Jumping at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die, so come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me.
Afternoons were the bad time to go live.
Hello, Sarah with an H. Hello, Plant Diva. How are you guys?
We got a good one for you today.
Yep, Don B says we got a good one for you today. Says, oh, this is a messy and lots of questions and red flags everywhere, Don B.
Yeah, you're telling me. That's why we're doing this.
He's on the phone, guys. So, but no, I was talking to him about it, and he was like asking me all these stupid questions. Well, they're not stupid, but asking me all these questions, and I don't know that much about the case. Does anybody here know anything?
We want to know why the kids were taken.
Hello, single mom. They're saying hello, Don B.
Hello, everybody.
Does anybody know what the reason that John Walsh got the grandkids took from their mom? Because I don't have a clue. Good afternoon, Dana Kay. I don't have a clue why they were taken. I know they were taken.
Yeah, we don't have a clue at all, do we?
No. And it's not giving me anything on YouTube or
Yeah,
Google.
Nothing on the internet or anything.
And Google's supposed to know everything.
That damn Google.
Oh, hello, Blue Clues. Brookie, hello. They said she's unfit, but do you know why they said she's unfit? This isn't much around about it. I'm trying to remember where I saw it. No reason was ever cited, and it seems like it all got shut down. See, no reason was ever given. That she was using drugs, supposedly. And
yeah, but
then
we can't find any information about that.
says, I think because she was dating JLR knows the scoop. They can't take her kids because she's dating.
Well, they can if she's dating JLR. I'd take my grandkids if Madison was dating JLR.
I don't think they meant that she was dating JLR. They said JLR's got the scoop. Hi, Nana. Hi, Nana. Hi, Robin. Lord, y'all causing me to lose it. Go watch American Amy. Hello, Jules. American Amy knows about it. Single mom says everything was fine until the daughter spoke out against Adam is all I know. Yeah, that's what I told him.
Yeah, but you can't take someone's kids just because they speak their mind.
Okay, and Plant Diva says, yes, that's it. JLR has the info. I'm going to search his site and see if I can find his videos, and I'll send it to you. Is your email address on the homepage? Yes, it's under every video I've got, hun, and every live stream. No, who is she dating? They're asking. I don't know.
Oh, has it got something to do with who she was dating?
I guess. I don't know. We've got drugs. We've got dating. We've got this. She was coming out telling the truth about her brother. Rockin' Robin is stalking flies on the coleslaw. Yes, that's true. It's really odd. It's all so strange, and it really was shut down everywhere. which does not sit right with me. That was Plant Diva.
Well, they can't shut me and you down.
That's right. Yes, it has to do with Adam. Watch American Amy. I've never heard of American Amy, honey. Have you heard of American Amy, donb?
No, and I've never heard of someone taking their grandkids for, I don't know, whatever reason.
Somebody dating?
I know when Britney Spears had a meltdown, they took conservatorship over her stuff, but...
No, that's because her dad was just stealing everything from her and was trying to keep her away from everybody else. It was said Allie had charges against her for harassing her ex. I know, but right now we're talking about, what's her name, Megan Walsh? I think John Walsh is racist, and that's all I'm going to say.
So Megan Walsh's kids were black?
I don't know.
Well, no, if he was racist, he wouldn't want them.
Thank you, Brookie. She's sending me the full link.
Okay.
So just because it deals with a high-profile case, they have blocked it. Didn't No Thanks do a bunch of stuff on this, though? I know he did. Okay.
I don't even think Doug gave a reason why they were taken.
Okay, listen. Go to JLR's page in the search type John Walsh, and that video will come up. All you need to know. Plant Diva, do you have a crush on JLR? Basically the same thing as with Britney Spears. Oops, Nana, wrong person getting their kids taken. No, it was the right Megan Walsh.
I mean, is Megan on drugs?
I don't know. Yeah, Doug did it. Her boyfriend, yeah, okay, her boyfriend is black. I feel like John Walsh shut it down for money. Lots of money. I think John just wants to take the grandkids because she spoke out against Adam, or about Adam. Bah! Thanks for the laugh. Well, Plant Diva, you sounded awful, heave-ho when it comes to JLR. I'm just joking. You know that. She seemed fine to me. I mean, okay, the whole story, but yeah, she seemed competent. She didn't seem like there was anything wrong with her when I watched the videos the day that they come and took that infant. Nana, if you have questions, just contact Brooke. I mean that in the most sincere kind of way. Brooke or Brookie? Oh, that's right. Brookie did do the investigative stuff for Doug, didn't she? That's why she's got the link and she's sending it to me. Duh. He's cutting off his nose to spite his face. I agree. I watched a video live of them taking the baby. It was so sad. It was.
I won't know why.
JLR has a great video. Uh-huh. And yes, I know you're joking. Okay. What could she say about Adam? Confused. Right. I don't understand. I don't know what she could possibly have said about Adam. She wasn't even a twinkle in her daddy's little eye when Adam passed away. She never knew him. She was only going on what they had told her through the years. It's heartbreaking them taking the baby.
I mean, I could say that my dad is the biggest piece of shit in the world, but he can't take my kids for that.
Right.
There's got to be more to it.
What the hell could she have said about little Adam that would have pissed off her dad that bad? Does he have something to hide? That's the part that she was coming out with, hon.
But still, you just can't take someone's kid over a conversation being said.
But he did. I believe what Megan Walsh says. Her dad's doing this out of spite. Oh, she was saying that Adam was being trafficked.
Well, still, that don't give John Walsh legal right to take someone else's kid.
Right?
That'd be like Candace taking my little boy because I said she's a you know what?
Yeah. American Amy has videos of a man claiming to be Adam. Oh, wow. Did you hear that, donb?
How come all this ain't in the news?
Because it's high profile and they pay big money to keep it out.
Oh no, it'd be bigger money to be in it. That's worth millions right there.
Right, it doesn't. So what happened? Big money, big people in high places doesn't seem right.
I'm telling you what, if I was an investigative reporter, I'd get it, and I uncovered that. Let me tell you, it'd be a $2 million story.
Yes, Robin, I do want Amy's link, please, ma'am. John Walsh isn't who he appears to be.
Well, we know that, but we want to know why. How did he get them kids?
I don't know. It says, wow, that's not the story John puts out there. He found Adam's body, I thought. Yeah, it's supposed to, if I remember right, it was supposed to have been decapitated too.
Oh, so they did find his son, Adam.
Supposedly, yeah, in a car, if I remember right. But his head was decapitated, and they supposedly found the guy and put him in prison too.
Well, there would be cops as witnesses to that, and the coroner would have had to been called to the scene and all that stuff.
But there's a guy that is claiming to be Adam Walsh now. John Walsh, listen, John Walsh would have to have evidence that his daughter is unfit to have to oversee the children. Right, but evidently not, because they took them. She was even, go ahead.
Yeah, they took them, but we're just trying to factually figure out, and not hearsay, and not going off what some YouTuber put out there, but we want to know factually why John. If there's not a gag order on it, we could call Los Angeles.
Right. Rumor Jeffrey Dahmer was the one who abducted him. No, that I don't think it's true, because they have some guy in prison. Or I don't know if they have him in prison or not, or if it was like right after DNA came out that they were able to identify who done it. Something. It's been a while back since I watched a documentary on it.
I wish I could three-way with you. I called Doug.
You can. All you do is add a call. Just go to the three little dots in the top of your phone.
Hang on. I don't have three little dots.
Well, I'm going to...
Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Add a call.
All right, I got to go in here and get a cord to plug my phone up, so you talk to them for just a minute. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, Doug said he would call me right back. Oh.
I'm here.
Donna?
I'm here.
Are you looking for a clue again?
What clue?
Never mind. So you're still looking for it. Never mind.
No.
Everybody, she's still looking for that clue.
Oh, shut
She's been
up.
looking for it all morning, guys.
Shut up. I went and got my cord. And a Mountain Dew.
Oh, Doug told me he called me back.
Okay.
Is he live?
Who?
Doug.
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
Not that I see. I don't see him.
He might be at his kid's ball game.
I recently saw a documentary on if Dahmer abducted Adam. Really? There's one out there?
Is Dahmer dead?
Yeah, Dahmer's dead.
Was he in prison when Adam got?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I remember what you're talking about, Dana Kay. I think I saw that one too. Because he was in the same, it was like a department store, but Adam was in the toy section or something, the game section, and Dahmer walked through there, spoke to him, and then walked on.
That's kind of creepy.
I have never believed John Walsh was a good guy. I've always believed he sacrificed poor little Adam.
I mean, he does act weird. You can't deny that. I mean, the dude does act weird.
True. Sorry, guys, I got behind on the chat. She did lose first 3 kids due to allegations of substance abuse, untreated mental health conditions, and emotional abuse with mental injury to her children.
That's what we was looking for.
Yeah, Dahmer was killed in prison. My son, Curtis, used to have nightmares about him all the time. He was so happy when he died.
I have nightmares about you all the time.
Keep it up, donb. Keep it up. As y'all can see, he's not sick anymore, so thanks for the prayers. And then again, I don't know.
Man, that must have been a lot of prayers.
It was a lot of prayers last night. Then it says probably not going to hear anything else on the news since it involves 4 minors per Google.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There is probably a gag order then. Never thought about that.
I was saying Dahmer would have been a teenager. In the 80s?
When did that? What year did Adam get gone?
Adam got gone like in 81 or something.
Yeah, listen to me. I'm talking about Donna Wells now.
Wasn't it like 81 when he got gone?
Yeah, some in the early 80s, I believe.
Adam wasn't the only target that day, or that's what the guy claiming to be Adam says. I want to go watch that information about that dude claiming to be Adam.
He's got all the good ones, don't he?
Yeah. Everything we discuss is not fact. We discuss speculation and our opinions on this channel. Thank you, Robin. Somebody needs to write me up some bull, maybe cocking speculation, allegation, or alleged shit to put on donb's channel when I have to mod over there. I don't know exactly what we'd say about what he talks about.
It's speculation in a factual manner.
Speculation in a factual manner. Okay.
How you like that?
That'll work. But it's all weird. You have to watch available videos to see how it all went down. John Walsh doesn't have or even have custody of the children. He had them put in foster care.
Oh. That's even worse. Hey, maybe the judge didn't see him fit to keep the kids.
Maybe.
Now it's getting juicy.
Dana Kelly says, great comeback, donb.
Thank you, Dana.
Everybody's saying they love you. Like I have to tell you that.
Prayers. Tell them I love them too, and thanks for the prayers.
Well, they can hear you. Charlie K says, bam! Hello, donb.
Hey, Charlie. Man, that virus I had, the bam got out of me.
Yeah, he lost his bam last night.
Woo.
Single mom says she likes that speculation in a factual manner.
I just make a t-shirt out of that.
Yeah, you ought to. His daughter was frantic. Thanks, donb. That's even worse in foster care. John Walsh.
I wonder if John Walsh was unfit for the kids.
I don't know.
Makes you wonder now, don't it?
Well, with all the allegations she was throwing around, because I remember there was a few, they would be ridiculous not to have took them from him. Says John Walsh's daughter tells her story. It is on YouTube, and I believe her. John Walsh wanted to be famous, and he found his way. Sick man. Oh, man. That's saying that he did that to his own kid.
Hey, I've seen it. The only thing is, the dude that done it that I seen witnessed, he wasn't a celebrity. I mean, it happens every day.
Who knows, after they lost their son, maybe they all lost their damn minds. I can't imagine what it was like after that. Sounds like the BAM is back.
It wouldn't take that long for him to... I don't know. I mean, something I don't know. It's just weird.
Did you hear single mom?
What?
She says it sounds like the BAM is back.
Oh, the BAM is back, and it's back. It's back, and that's for BAM sure.
That Plant Diva says it sounds like spite work, and he has the money and connections to make things go his way. In my opinion, allegedly.
Well, he didn't have enough money to get custody of them kids if they're in foster care.
No, he put them in foster care.
But I don't know if they would put, I mean, is there not any other family? Because I don't think that's the last resort. I think CPS or Children's Services would try to place them with some family member before going to foster care.
Right. Mama Bergie says it's not donb without the BAM.
That's for damn sure.
Reeve,
that's what I'm going to start saying.
Reeve was on cocaine and having an affair at the time that the grandkids were took.
Who was on cocaine?
John Walsh's wife.
Oh. That celebrity lifestyle.
Here you go. Copy and paste. If needed, everything we discuss is not fact. We discuss our opinions of this channel. It's speculation in a factual manner. Thank you, Miss Robin. I will copy and paste it.
Oh, that's awesome.
For John Walsh to present himself as a child advocate and then traffic his son is seriously devious. Blue Clues Brookie says, I sent you the link that explains it all.
I think if Adam Walsh was grown up now and everything like that, I think the FBI would know about that.
Right.
So I call BS on that one.
Brookie's channel. Okay. Brookie, do you want to come up? You know more about this than we do, evidently.
Oh, did I ever tell Brookie hi the other day?
I don't know if you did or not.
Well, tell her I said hi today.
Brookie, donb says hello. Here's the link, sweetie, if you want to jump up here. donb, you seriously need to put that on a t-shirt on your site.
Ask him that question that we was talking about earlier.
Which one?
About if I've got you a mod on my YouTube thingamabobber, does it carry over to StreamYard?
Oh, okay. Yeah, guys. If I'm a mod in the YouTube, not StreamYard, but YouTube, does it carry over to StreamYard?
Or do I have to redo you as a mod in StreamYard?
Or does he have to redo me as a mod in StreamYard? Does anybody know? Oh, here's your good one. It says John Walsh's company is being investigated about monies. Here comes Brookie.
Hi, sweet tea.
Hello. Are you there?
He must not have heard me.
No, I didn't.
No, I was telling him, hi, sweet tea.
Oh, Brookie says hi, sweet tea.
Hi, sweet tea. Or sweet, I'll call her Sweet B.
Sweet B.
Oh, now the sweet D. Ooh, stepping up in the game.
Thank you, Plant Diva. She just, they just subbed to you, Brookie.
Thank you. So now Megan Walsh explains what happened. So they went to go see her family, her mom and dad, with the older kids. And they end up starting this big argument. I sent you the link to where you can play it. She explains it all. What happened, how they were both videoing her, making her look like she was the progressor when she was really not. So the whole conniving thing, but she also claims that Adam called her and said, hey, sis, it's me, your brother. Hope to be seeing you soon type thing. So that's why she started thinking that he wasn't dead, and that's when she started digging.
Huh. I wonder, I understand it didn't go exactly like that, but I wonder why he would call her up and say something even similar to that.
Well, she explains it all in the interview. I don't know. I know you can play that video because Doug has played that video. I sent it to him, and he played it. So I know that you can play it. There's not going to be no strike, so.
Right. Let me find.
Yeah, it's true. Our government is our biggest trafficking, whether it's children or drugs. So
Johnny Boy's got a lot of explaining to do.
Yes, a lot. More than probably what years he's got left.
Hello, everyone. It's Michael Jacob with one.
Hang on one second. Let me get the share button up, guys. If y'all can even hear it from this stupid lawnmower over here.
I don't hear no lawnmower.
Okay.
Unleashing Intuition Secrets. Enjoy Today by Megan Walsh. She's a very brave woman. She's ready to come out and share a lot of insights on her story, her dad, and her life. And we're going to let her just jump in. And Megan, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Michael.
And I look forward to, disclosing a lot of stuff. There's, I looked at your dad for a long time, and I was like, it's something John Walsh, something that doesn't quite fit here. And I always had the impression that, America's Most Wanted was not only up and up. So maybe we can kind of go in there. Let's get a little bit of background first, and you're growing up and so forth.
Absolutely. I was born in 1982 in Hollywood, Florida. Not even a year after my brother's disappearance from the Sears Downtown department store. My brother being Adam Walsh, which many people across this country are very, very familiar with. It touched many people, scared the crap out of many people, and all of that. So I was born down there, not even a year after it happened, and we of course moved up to Vero Beach, Indian River County. Oddly, that was kind of one of the first things that people question. I guess we'll start with that off the bat. Is why would your parents move to the town where your brother's head was found? And I always wondered that as well, why we would live here. But we did move up here, and I grew up in Vero Beach, Florida. With my parents, we traveled a lot. Obviously, people know my father going everywhere, and we were at every event and fundraiser. And people will see pictures of me being held by Ronald Reagan, with all the presidents and Rose Garden ceremonies, and just all of that. People know that my parents started in legislation, after Adam's abduction. Formed the John Walsh Center for Missing Exploited Children. So I was always around that from a very young age, basically born into it. There's pictures of me in a stroller with politicians' bumper stickers around me and things like that. So it was definitely interesting to grow up in that. Bodyguards, aliases, telling people we lived in Washington, D.C. as small children instead of Florida, things like that. So always being followed and monitored and, micromanaged under the guise of our safety. But that also has different repercussions, as we know, when you grow up. So I was definitely around that. And, my upbringing is one of the things that I started speaking out to my parents, speaking up about to my parents, especially having my own children now, and how that was affecting my family, my children, and things like that, with the coercive control and different abuse from them that I have experienced my entire life that we don't really realize sometimes until we get older. So going through my own healing work, and really I should say they started about 8 years old, shopping me to therapists, and people really know about public personas, but they don't a lot of people don't really stop to think how that might translate behind closed doors, if you will. And they love my dad's vigor and his aggression and, all of this. But again, I'm thinking about how that translates maybe in his personal life. So, my parents obviously had a lot of trauma from that, that they were kind of thrust into the spotlight, if you will. From that, which is another thing we'll start to question later on how and why that happened.
Right.
But, once I started speaking up, and again, I'm 38 now, and at about 36 years old, as a grown woman, I thought, what? I started researching, being an intuitive healer and being a scholar, a religious scholar for over 20 years. I lived in India for 3 years, and I actually was in fashion and music. People can look that up for many years and study, and I actually left all of that to really become a healer and to heal, myself and to help others and help humanity. So,
but with your intuition, what do you think that actually brought that out? For me, it was like trauma myself. I started to bring out the intuitive side. That was healing, like you're talking about, and it was also letting me see a much, much vaster picture, which I think you're going to describe for us a little bit.
Yeah, exactly, Michael, actually. And then just going through the trauma and the way that things were kind of positioned to me, that kind of like Hegelian dialect, like problem, reaction, solution. And, I was working really hard. I was very successful at my clothing line, my music. And then these things would happen right when I was about to get to the point of, revenue or different things like that, which indicates intellectual property. My father is with William Morris Endeavor, which is a huge agency in our country and world. And I was kind of brought in every couple years to see where I was at, what I was doing. and things of that nature. When I went into music, that's when I headlined LA Fashion Week. I did huge shows for Miami Beach Polo in Miami, the World Cup, sponsored by, Mercedes-Benz, Maserati. I mean, I was in, I was asked by Richard Branson and their groups to, get involved and come to Necker Island and, do all that stuff. At LA Fashion Week, I was targeted through 50 Cent, William Morris Endeavor, and eventually Kanye West. And my 4-year-old is actually with the childhood best friend and current sidekick, one of his sidekicks of Kanye West. So I was around that for several years. And just after coming out of the art world and fashion world and then going into that, I really started questioning, if evil exists, if the devil exists here, what would he look like? Like, let's start putting this in a 3D realm, if you will, of what he would literally be like, on this planet. We're in his realm, right? And so what would that be? And I started asking questions, when I'm being driven to the studio and there's a Freemason ring in the side door, and they're having me pick it up and ask what it is, and they're going, oh, well, you must know, to feel me out and stuff. And at that point, I was like, I don't know about that. I'm here to make music,
Nice. Good.
Crazy, And then I started going like, yeah, y'all, what is that? Is that like really men in black suits coming and offering contracts? Would that be slavery and trafficking, or how are just started wondering these things intuitively and really looking at these people in the face and asking them,
oh my God, good for you. Wow.
And, of course that got weird. But,
oh yeah, a little pushback, I guess.
Yeah, pushback. And when this whole movement and where we go one, we go all this kind of stuff, when I really found out about that, it was really moving to me because, I wasn't alone in this. These things that were.
Brookie, how long is this?
It's a little while. But you can probably, I'd say you could fast forward it halfway at least, maybe, to get to like the main. Yeah.
Okay.
I do believe, mainly I'm going to say it, I'm going to be confident that God has protected me this entire time. I look back on just the difference between my family, politics, art, fashion, music, every realm that I've been in. I've literally looked at these people in the eyes and questioned things. And they've kept me around because they want my light. They definitely, my parents thrive off of my energy. They're thriving off of my children's energy right now, and it's very obvious, people want to question the energy thing, or they're just hearing about it and stuff. And on another show, I can.
Well, it sounds like her parents have her kids.
Aspects. That's one place also that went wrong.
Yeah, they took her oldest.
She trained me,
and she explains about it.
I was very supported by William Morris Endeavor, by my parents, all of that when I went into, I was a Kundalini practitioner. I, advanced intuitive healing, different programs. And that's another thing. When you start to succeed, like I mentioned earlier, they do something and they make it look like it's your fault and that they're there to help you and you're so lucky. And one of them was at 28, at the height of my fashion career in New York. They staged an entire huge, they've ambushed me my entire life, by the way. So
I work with people that they do this to as well. So it's very, it happens everywhere. And it's in all these CIA towns, and if they have like a grandfather or a father that's involved, then they're part of that organization. Then the kids, if they try and break free, are always stopped out.
Yes, and there's always one, the black sheep, the target, whatever. And so they ambushed me in New York City during Fashion Week at the height of my fashion career. I had PR, I was going to Fashion Night Out, all this. They said, well, we're coming into town because, again, another Larry King interview about your brother, and we need you to come and you have to show up. So I said, okay, well, send me the address. I'll meet you there. I'm going to my different, I have step and repeats. I have different events. So they said, no, you have to come up to the Essex House. I knew it. I said, Michael, it was so crazy. I knew exactly what they were going to do. And I said, this is an intervention or some weird thing. So I go up, I remember walking up there, and they open the door, and they've got my parents are great at acting at this point, I have to say, and especially the chest grabbing acting. And they come and hug me. My mother loves this. She loves this therapy and the sadistic parts of it. And they have a whole intervention for Passages. And they make me go out to Passages Malibu for 28 days for $100,000. And I get there for no substance issues, no nothing, sabotage my career, which I was still making calls from rehab, for my PR. And I'll be damned. And when I got out there,
Did she say she was in rehab?
I'll say that. I was with Rockefeller Air. I was with a child, connected through the movie industry that happened to Sam.
No, substance abuse, even though she didn't have any substance charges against her. What is
Basically,
that?
they were taking her from where she was being successful, but not doing what they wanted her to be successful at.
Right. So almost give it a head.
She's the black, she's the black sheep, is what they're basically getting at, and they do nothing but torture those that do that.
Can you convince someone there's nothing wrong with them?
Well, sure. I mean, you have to have at least 3 doctors sign off on it, but you can have anybody committed.
Well, they paid $100 grand for that.
Right. They paid $100,000 to get her put in that rehab. So, and
Did she not fight it?
Well, how was she gonna fight it?
Y'all will have to find some legal basis to put me in here.
Well, I guess they talked her into it from what she sounded like.
Oh, good Lord.
Literally, that's what they said. So yeah,
Thought that all been taken care of, I guess. That's funny.
Yeah, and this person has huge recollections about it. I say it's one of 2 things. It's either him or it's not him.
Oh, wait a minute. We got to back it up. This is where she's talking about him.
Maybe Luciferian type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like over the top to me. So,
It is.
but you're still trying to work with them, evidently. But this is just insane. How far this has gone. So at what point did you notice that they were, in this dark cult? Let's say it that way.
When before, when I started asking my dad if he was a Jesuit, when I started asking, are you Skull and Bones because you're connected to Bush? My son's father with Kanye. I mean, Kanye's a Prince Hall Freemason, and they're Masons. They're Boule. I was knowing all that, and I was shown all that. I mean, I would get huge floods of information and just be able to see through spirit everything that was going on. After I left Kanye and that whole scene, I mean, I would watch him literally stare at a Yeezy sneaker for 2 hours in the studio and then pop up out of programming and start ranting about Taylor Swift. It was very bizarre behavior, and I literally saw the programming. I saw how they were, how they're trafficking people. I mean, we're encouraging our children to be celebrities and everything. Well,
Yeah.
I'm listening to this, and I'm thinking,
This bitch is nuts.
I'm thinking the whole family's nuts.
But everything she's saying is legit. I do music and I have a label, and that's one thing that is big. I mean, you sign off to a big label, and you're programmed. I mean, you are literally, you have nothing. You don't own nothing. You just have the fame, and that's it. You have no voice. You have nothing. You're just there.
I think he's talking more about the
But yeah,
and the spiritual and all that. She's seeing all that stuff in that.
Yeah, you'll have to email this to him too, so he can actually like watch all of it, so he can.
Get
And
it.
then there's another one I can send you guys to for a later time. But yeah,
Yeah, that'd be great.
It sounds like there might have been a little bit of brainwashing done at a young age.
yes, she was sedated a lot.
Huh.
Because I just can't see a grown, independent person going along with some of this stuff unless they were, brainwashed at a younger age.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you are a product of your environment to an extent.
Right, and she actually explains them in this. That's why I told her to make sure she sends it to you so you can watch all of it. Because she actually tells everything about how there was times that they would be going on a trip, and then she'd just wake up, and then she was in a whole nother place. Didn't know who, like didn't really know what was going on. A bunch of men, and it was really kind of creepy, like chills.
For her, that was probably normal.
For a while, she said it was, and then she kind of snapped out of it as she got older.
Yeah, I think once she started getting out of that environment, she started seeing how things really were, and she's like, wait a minute.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like me talking to you on the phone. I mean, when I get done talking to you, I really see how people talk to me, and I thought, man, she treats me like crap.
Really? You had to use that kind of an example, huh?
I'm joking.
No, you just see all the people kissing your butts out here in YouTube land, and I don't do that crap.
Are you brainwashing me there, Lana?
Yes, I am.
Stare into this pen, donb.
That's right. You will see the light, and if you don't, I'll make you see it.
I'll make you see stars when I punch you.
That's right.
Oh, Lord.
Let me play just a little bit more of this, see if we can get into her brother. But if I can't, then what I'm going to do is take and set it aside and watch it, because I find it very interesting. And I'll send you a copy of it too. And that way I can do a video on it or another live stream later on.
Yeah, you could probably fast forward it maybe like a little bit more.
Okay.
And because she does talk about Adam.
And find the truths of this so that we can create change. So I started identifying that, really where are all these children coming from that are being trafficked? We're talking about the trafficking, but what's the source? What is this? So we got to get, that intuitive healing. We got to get to the root of this issue, right?
Excellent. Good. Yep.
So I said, there's missing things. Children are sold by their parents, like all of that. But what we're not realizing, which the National Center itself quotes, that 80% of trafficked children come from the foster care system. This many hundreds of thousands of children are trafficked out of foster care, But why aren't they talking about that then? Why isn't legislature to change that happening? Why isn't the National Center talking about foster care? Even on their website, they refuse to say foster care. They say missing from care, which is so misleading. That could be a babysitter you're talking about, or that doesn't indicate from foster care, from the CPS system itself, So we started looking into that in the center, and what we find is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children is not a government agency like we would all assume, right? I mean, it's on this platform, it's with all these presidents, they're passing legislation. It's actually a 501c3, Mike, and it's actually also because of that exempt from the Freedom of Information Act.
Wow.
And find on their 2019 self-audit, which they have now since taken down since weeks ago that we started outing it, they have on their own $38 million of taxpayer money a year. And there's also $18 million of donations from private corporate donors. And we look at the list of those donors. Who are those donors, Michael? Facebook, Airbnb, TikTok, L Brands, and the list goes on.
Oh,
All nefarious organizations.
Wow.
So, and I had friends, mothers, that were calling me during Corona and during quarantine and saying to me, oh, my daughter like is being approached on Facebook. What we want to call and make a report. What should we do? And I'm saying, go to the, call the hotline. And they would call, and weeks later they would call to check on the reports and see what had been done. And the National Center, just like we've been hearing in rumor land, that they would be like, oh, we don't have that report. We don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
And it would be Facebook or one of those. Also, I had a mother call me and say, I am pissed. My child, I got this form home from the school. This was just a couple months ago. They were taking the children's school pictures, and here on the bottom, I never signed a consent form or anything. It's saying on here, and the name is leaving me right now, the other company that they use. But if my children's picture is being put in a database that I never consented to.
Huh. Wow.
Helping a community learning farm and, doing that when all this happened. So right now we're sticking to Twitter. My Twitter again is Megan, MEGHAN, Walsh, WALSH _. You can go there, you can comment, and I will directly message you. You can please feel free and let us know. Also, one of my great researchers is Penny Shepard. She's also on Twitter. Then you can reach out to her.
I think we may have skipped over it.
Yeah, I think you did. I think it was in between that Masonic stuff and all that. But yeah, just send it to donb and he can hear it.
I will. But wow, no, I thought that the missing and exploited children was owned by the government, or ran by the government, should I say?
Well, you heard her say, we know parents do sell their children. That was a key
Right.
too.
Exactly. She actually started sounding like a, competent human being and not a hippie. Not saying there's anything wrong with being hippie. I'm just saying. donb, you still there?
Yeah, I just got my air conditioning going.
Says, hi, Nana. I've just finished watching your live from last night. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, okay. That's before her newborn was taken. That video is the most heartbreaking. It is the most heartbreaking. I couldn't imagine having to go through that. Her begging and pleading, at least let her nurse her baby, and they wouldn't even do that.
Nope. They didn't tell her about the court. They didn't tell her about nothing because it's all, they have an upper hand. They definitely have an upper hand.
She sounds competent, doesn't seem mental. Maybe at one time she was. I imagine they were all a bit mental. Well, I don't think that she was actually mental. I think she was just going through a stage that, like I said, she sounded like a hippie. But, we all grow through our education and mental and emotional, and most of us all come out on the other side grown adults with competent brains. And
Yeah, but if I'm a judge, you're going to have to give me damn good reason to take these kids from their biological mom.
well, I'm sure that judge had several thousand good reasons.
If they can pay $100,000 for her to go to rehab, they can pay off anybody.
Right, I agree.
Money is the root of all evil, and money speaks louder than
I think
anything.
the judge overseeing this with these kids needs to be investigated. I wonder what his name is.
We don't have that information, do we, Brookie?
What?
What judge oversaw the custody hearing in her case?
I believe she's mentioned it, actually.
So she might mention it in that well,
I can do some digging.
okay.
I'm good at digging.
You're good at digging. Wait a minute. You said you have a label?
Yeah, music industry. Yep.
So you're a singer?
Yes, that's mostly like that's why I've never really done anything else because I've always like had my content is my music. But since like I started sending stuff out to creators and nobody was starting to do it, I said, well, plus it's a lot more time consuming trying to get everything and explain what I'm sending to them. So I just
Right.
started doing it myself, just posting it. Found it a little bit easier.
So, do you have songs on YouTube that I could?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. I will definitely be doing that.
Exposed to all kinds of artists, ain't we?
Yeah, we are.
I got behind one yesterday.
Has anybody ever heard of Tony Justice? He's a country singer.
Mm-mm.
Nana, John Walsh is the fixer. He's not a good man. On JLR, you see her going through these motions, making tons of phone calls to the judge's chambers. What about the father of these children? Where is he? Why did he not fight for his children?
Yeah, that's another question. Why didn't the judge just give the kids over to him? Or well, they were married then, so something must have been going on there.
Jules, I definitely will watch it. I promise, hon. Trust me.
There's a lot to look into this.
Right. I think Judge Meadows and Sheriff Flowers, something like that.
Well, it won't be too hard to find because it's high profile thing, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, John Walsh probably wants to pay people off to hide stuff, but when you're a celebrity, you can't hide when you're a celebrity.
Right. Plant Davis says, I'm going to go watch some stuff too. There's a lot hidden, Robin says.
I think the judge probably needs to be exposed to see if he is paid off.
Oh, by the way, just a heads up, I don't know who it was in here last night was telling me about the little Josiah Anthony Felix that was lost, that him and his mother both have been found. They are safe. Many people are getting paid off to turn a blind eye to this evil. I agree, and I happen to think Ronnie Lawson's one of them. Allegedly, I think that. I don't know what I really think in my own head, you know. I think MSM didn't cover it at all. I'm not totally sure about that.
I think Ronnie Lawson and them were pissed off because CPS beat them to the goods.
Yeah, but the law still has to arrest them. CPS can't do nothing except write the charges out.
Well, CPS can make the case for the cops to do something, because if CPS makes the case and then the cops don't do it,
Right.
think about it, Nana. If Ronnie Lawson and them beat CPS to this,
They
how
could
much do you think we've been swept under the rug?
right. They could cover it up and stuff. Yeah,
You can't do that when CPS is in control.
that's true. Was
I think
go ahead.
CPS got Ronnie Lawson by the balls.
Probably. Susanna says John Walsh funded and backed the sheriff, and Laura says including judges and prosecutors. I agree. I think that corruption is rampant in Hawkins County.
Remember we was talking about Ronnie Lawson and CPS going at it right before the kids were taken?
Yeah, love bots are at it again, guys. Come on.
Who?
Love bots and dating bots.
Oh.
I don't get the P bombs anymore. I get dating and love bots. It booted me. You want me to drop the link again? Okay, that'd be great. She's sending everything she's got Walsh to me.
Oh, okay.
She's an absolutely wonderful investigator. 5-day-old baby daddy supposed of stolen $140,000, so they might think Megan's involved. Oh, did you understand that?
I missed that. What was it?
Okay, the infant baby that was just taken not too long ago says the 5-day-old baby's daddy supposedly had stolen $40,000, so they might have thought Megan was involved in it.
Oh,
They're in here, Jules.
yeah, we need to investigate the daddy too to see if he's got history.
Well, most of them are in here. One of them's on the phone, and he can't exactly help out with this.
I mean, wouldn't that be something if Megan's husband had a rap sheet like 8 pages long?
But still, that wouldn't have anything to do with her.
Well, it would have everything to do with the judge not giving the kids to him.
Right, yeah. She's doing them faster than I could do anything, Jules. If your dad's famous and has friends in the right places and you have any slight bad spots in your history, I believe that parent could have this kind of power. I do too. Can you drop your email link, please? Thank you. Yes.
I would take advantage of some of my dad's power to make my dad disappear.
Hey, the baby's daddy is Michael Jackson's cousin.
Well, hell, he might have more money than John Walsh.
He's just a cousin.
Hey, you know how much Michael Jackson had?
True. There's the email, hon.
I could be his great-great-grandcousin and be a millionaire. If the money went down that far, you know?
Right. Well, singers and actors that have made it big are also involved. All right. Are we about to call this live to a halt?
I'm good if you're good.
All right. Guys, I greatly appreciate you all jumping in here real quick and trying to help us answer these questions. And I promise you, I will be coming out with a video and probably another live stream or two about it.
Hey guys, if you're listening, share this video because we got a lot of investigating to do.
Yeah, really.
And I'm talking with the judge, and we want to if there's some people that need to be exposed, we want to expose them.
Right. Hey, Bob, if it's Jerome, it's Jeremy, whatever. Anyways, that wouldn't be his cousin. That would be his nephew, wouldn't it? Jermaine, yeah, that's his nephew. Jermaine's son is Michael's nephew. That's who the dad's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
That's what Bob G just said. She's not married, and it wouldn't have anything to do with the welfare of the kids. Thank you, Robin. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye. Say bye, donb.
Bam.
Bam, he said, guys. We'll talk to you later.